Um, well, what do I even start talking about? Oh, let's clear something up. Like I heard AD over on his channel, like just demolishing me about don't worry about me about Christmas, AD. You know what I mean? We're gonna be just fine. You know what I mean? I was trying to make a point of how stupid humanity is. You know what I mean? It was, hey, we tried fixing a problem because we weren't going to be able to get a check because of the postal strike. So we did our everything they asked us to do, but apparently something was wrong with it. So instead of, acting an email like they had, they decided to send a letter out to the post office that wasn't ever going to send it to us. I am a cloud chaser, eh, bud? You're gonna get all the clout. I'm giving it all to you, bud. You are fucked. Fuckity fuck fuck fuck. You fucked with the Mashiach. That mean you stupid. You no brainy. Your little brains are gonna go, all right. You want to talk about stupid, brother? Down in history. This will be a new biblical text, bud. People are gonna learn from you. Either way you go, brother. They're gonna learn from your stupidity. I warned you. Keep it up, little me. Come on, baby. Let's play nice, little me. No, no, no. Little me's got to play his own little game. Well, playing games with Satan there, little me. Ain't gonna get you good places, but here's the deal. You can go on over to Skylar's channel right now, and well, like I heard it right from her lips. You know what I mean? I know Patty's running around the street saying, they're doing satanic stuff. Well, whether it's for satire or whatever, but I heard the words hail dipshit. You know what I mean? Don't quite understand it. But if you think you're stupid, you know who the really stupid ones are? I don't know. It depends you missed my live last night. Maybe next time. No, I'm trying to talk to you guys. Like, it's a waste of my breath, AD. I don't know what's wrong with listen, I'm gonna still try and help you guys out, okay? Listen, this is one of them, okay? You guys don't know you're stupid. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna start back at the basics, okay? So, little me, when do you think we should do this? Is there a time you and AD and the rest of the fucking morons can get together and we can just have a little we'll have story time. You know what I mean? We're gonna have story time. You are gonna learn that your brain belongs to you. Now you currently give it to Satan because you're afraid of men. You know what I mean? You like being told what to do. And you love being stupid. Really. That's what you're really in love with is being stupid. 'Cause it feels good, right? You don't have to fight. You don't have to, you know. AD, what do you think? I think Roseanne is a child of God too. To be perfectly honest, I've said it a million times, but just think, just think. That poor Sarah Gilbert, eh? Oh my goodness. That'd be a hard pill to swallow and know that you fucked with one of God's people, eh? You're gonna get to know that feeling, AD. You and Sarah Gilbert. Maybe you can get her on your show, eh? wondering where you fucking idiots went wrong. I love story time, especially when it makes you look stupid on your own story. No, no, little me. Again, you don't know that you're supposed to operate your own brain and protect your children, but instead, you're a pedo protector. Are you into the maps? Well, we know that. Well, if you used your little brain, well, just because Bill Gates isn't directly coming for your kids, there's a chance he's out there on other people's kids. So, as a grown adult, bud, like you've told me you know all about this. Like I said, I'm watching Roseanne. It's the newest one. It's Sam Tripoli. And they're talking about old Bill Gates' dad. When you start going through things, you're like, is it Bill's fault? Or was he groomed for the position that he's in? Like, you're not smart enough to figure out pedo protector. What the fuck? This coming from a guy who accused his kids of grape. No, no, no. Again, you like to twist shit, my friend, but that's okay. It's okay. Do whatever you want, little me. Because, like I said, I love you and I didn't want this for you, but you just gotta keep being dumb, 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 dumb. Hey? You're just full of brilliance. You gotta get this back for you, buddy. Like, I don't know if it's like, is there something we can do to try and unclog with the fluoride? Because little me, this is gonna be crucial at this time. I think it's like you and AD talk amongst yourselves, right? What time would you guys like story time at? Like we can let AD know it's okay to make a mistake. Listen, but if you make a mistake and it's not really your mistake, what you need to do is give that trauma to those people who made you make that mistake, but it wasn't really a mistake, AD, because your intentions were good, but you got let down by the ones you give your brain to, the ones that are supposed to protect you, bud. If you use this, you know they didn't care about you. And if you use this, you'd be out warning your fellow men. You know what I mean? Like, come on. You got to see exactly how much your government loves your fucking military. Hey, if you guys don't do this, see ya, sayonara, cockroach. It's like we never knew you until we knew you. Let's pretend it never happened. You come back to work. Come on. Hey, no, it isn't pretty in pink there, AD. You're right. It's because you're a coward and won't stand up and make the change because you think you're powerless. That's why the world sucks, bud, because you allow it to. And then you want to put people down like me who don't want to live in your sucky world. You know what I mean? But hey, when it dawns on you that I'm actually a son of God, I don't know, will you wake up? Will you fucking ever get a clue? You know what I mean? Depart from me, you know. Oh, boy. So when do you guys want story time, huh? Huh? Like, could you imagine being Bill Gates and you Like, this is the thing. I do think they work hard. You know, they gotta be busting their balls and on behind the scenes, you know what I mean? It can't be easy. Like, they write these little books about The Secret and stuff like that is just to think it and achieve it. Trust me, they're throwing a lot of money at this operation, you know what I mean? She takes a little work. Could you imagine your lifetime's work turns out to be a bust? You were lied to. This life meant much, much more than, well, you'll ever know. And well, if he had the chance to go after like Bill Gates, you know what I mean? He could have went the other way, you know what I mean? But no, he picked the way he went. Now, this is where you might get off better, AD. You know what I mean? I don't think you've accumulated the karma that old Bill Gates has garnered, but what do you think? What do you think? What do you think would happen to Bill Gates's brain if he found out there was actually a God? Huh? What if I'm right about trying to get a hold of Trump, AD? What if that came to fruition? Oh, that wouldn't be good for you, would it? That'd mean AD'd have to face the fact that, well, you don't have a soul right now. You better dig deep and try and find her, eh? Could you imagine? That'd be a nightmare. Trolling for Jesus, he just same thing. What will you do? Who will you reach for in these times of need? Rem- remember, well, this is for me to make accomplish it, AD. I know it seems like a fucking far off fetch thing, but you just can't give up, AD, just because bunch of fucking cowards tell you to. Hey, you know what? AG, what's the worst thing that happens? I end up looking crazy. At least then I'll know it, right? Someone will show me where. And then again, even if the Galactic Federation isn't real, hey, I just bought onto somebody's lie. That's all. You know what I mean? But hey, it's it's like old Alex Jones, eh? Like Alex Jones, where he, prophesized 9/11 before it happened. It's because he read the universe. You know what I mean? He's seen stuff going on, and he went, "Means that could happen." You know what I mean? That gift we get from God. You know what I mean? The chosen ones. We get to see things that, well, quite frankly, that are right out in the open, and we point them out, and no one ever takes a look. Or they know and they just don't give a shit, which is beyond my comprehension. But hey, you know what I mean? Hey, D, I've been doing some thinking, but this would be so much easier if a great big mothership would just fucking come over the earth, eh? With an intercom. Stupid humans of Earth. We come in peace. We mean you no harm. We just want to tell you how stupid you are. And if you don't fix yourselves, you're going to destroy yourselves. You know what I mean? But then again, hearing a hard truth like that, well, being the proud humans that we are, we'd want to destroy them, even though they could probably just count. You know, it's a sad world we live in, AD. You know what I mean? But then again, they got us all not knowing what the fuck to think. So we gotta search the truth together, bud. They got us thinking all different shit. You know what I mean? If there are aliens and they are the good guys, how many people will fucking die on the fact that they're fallen angels? Hey, if they do shit that's suspicious, dumbass, that's Trump. Find out. But that's the thing. We're so enthralled in our hatred and, well, thinking we know everything. I read that in the book. AD, can you imagine thinking you're the Mashiach and you don't know the Torah? You think you know what you should know out of the Torah. But that's the thing. That's why I think God had me go in this with an open mind. You know what I mean? It's all about the Christ in you, AD. Christ in little me. The cartel killers jealous of the ignorant. Really, are you? Like, that's the easy route. And that's the route everybody takes. WEF, nothing I can do about that. Let me deal with shit in my own house. Klaus Schwab only runs around on the internet saying, we penetrate governments. Nobody bats an eye. We got old Justin, we got him penetrated, and we're especially proud of our accomplishments over there in France. We got Marcone and our little party fever, Mr. Mark, probably at all the devil worshiping fucking ceremonies there. Miss Marcone with the weenie. Love in your home. Um, I've heard the greatest saying today, and it came off when my wife was watching this stupid fucking show. Oh, really was. I just happened to catch this little sentence, and it kind of goes with that there. Hey, Gene, I'm not full of hate, but I want you to get a real fucking dose of fucking reality, bud. Because if not, what happens to your soul? I don't know. I want the best for you, AD. You know what I mean? But back to your love in your home, Carl. The saying was, love isn't perfect, but it has to be honest. You know what I mean? If you're not living in the truth, then your love is just a lie. You know what I mean, AD? Do you really love your wife? Or is it the convenience of your wife you love? I don't know. Would you snort coke off the back of a fucking hooker if she left you in no time over in Cancun? Hey, bud, those aren't my words. Those are yours, dude. uh, I'm gonna help others with your stupidity, AD. That's what I'm gonna do, brother. That's what I have to do. There are so many out there suffering. You know what I mean? Lots of your brothers and sisters who went surf for the country and they can't understand what the fuck's going on. See, I've watched the videos, AD, where they're really mentally struggling and the system's fucking broken. Because what happens is they give them a doctor, right? And they start telling this person their story, and then it all gets switched around on them. So then they got to fucking rehash again from the beginning. You know what I mean? It seems like it's on purpose, like a big rigmarole. You know what I mean? So you never really get the help that you need. You don't like. You got to find the source of the trauma, and then you gotta figure out where it came from, and then you gotta give it back, AD. That's the secret. That's what they don't tell you about. That's why money can buy silence, and it causes lots and lots of trauma, but silence, your silence, everybody who is involved with their silence, we all have to pay for our silence, right? It's pretty simple, right? If you're gonna be a righteous person, you can't sit in silence if you know something's wrong. Even if you're the victim, it's your responsibility to get back up on your feet and show people what somebody did to you and hand back that trauma to them. Don't hold on to it. AD, I like, there's nothing I can do for you, bud. I don't know why you keep coming over here. I am done tagging Colby though. I just thought it was wow. He came in my comments, and he said we don't do that kind of shit. But yeah, I just watched Uncle Will and all of them just having a ball saying Hail Satan and just fucking just we're a cult and ha ha ha. Like it's all sorts of it is a cult though, right? Like it's called it's a fucking fan club, right? Ryan Upchurch. Like you can't be part of Creek Squad and not be into Ryan Upchurch. So that's his fan club. That's his cult. You know what I mean? What happens when the people find out the people's champ is a people's fate? Oh boy. Could you imagine? Just like the Swifties, Creek Squad's got to decide God or Upchurch. Which one's it going to be? But hey, who knows? It's Diet Pepsi. That's it. I do not drink alcohol, nor nor do I endorse it. But hey, you know what I mean? Like, you know what? I wish Jaguar right. I wish he'd just come right out on TV and say, listen, all you motherfuckers, you're done. I'm an Earth Angel. I'm gonna come out and say it right now. You fuckers tried to make me look crazy, but here I am looking crazy. I'm here to fucking gather all the rest of the Earth Angels up. Well, because they'll be able to prove it. There'll be some sort of recordings out there, right? You know what I mean? With a bunch of fucking dipshits helping them along the way. I love you, little me. I love everything you've done to help me, even your stupidity, AD. Thank you very much, bud. You help make me be a stronger man. Church is pissed at PBR's last live. He left and he left like 20 comments. Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't. I know. I try not to pay attention to PBR. You know what I mean? I think he's got his own problems. Like that's the thing. AD, you should go back. AD says I hate. You should hear when he found out PBR was a homosexual. He lost it all over the place. Pitbulls just completely losing it. called him all sorts of names and didn't remember about that cousin that he had, the one where he used to wrestle with all the time, and he loves that one, you know what I mean? Uh, listen, AD, you're so stupid, and little me so stupid, and so many are so stupid that it makes me wonder, like, am I in a simulation? Like, is humanity got this fucking like here, let's go into the non-Bible there. AD, the gospel of truth. What do you think? Do you think these are real? They tell you like kind of know thyself, bud. You know what I mean? Like that they do say that in the Bible. A lot of like knowing yourself, the truth, and like that inner work, bud. And then guess what happens? Instead of being a puppet of Satan, you get to become a puppet of God. You get to do God's work on the earth. You know what I mean? And it's not that hard. You guys always, I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. Like, is it that hard to not sin? Like, for real, for real. Like, first of all, you got to ask yourself, what's a sin? But it's that hard. Like, I don't, like, we're all going to make mistakes, right? We have to learn from them. But as long as we can go about our days and, look at each other the way we would look at ourselves, treat ourselves, and we don't try and hurt anybody, should there be any sinning in that? That's what I don't get. It's all sorts of silly. We put lots of hatred on ourselves as humans. We can't do this. We can't do this because God just listen. You have to. I say this all. I stream just. I say this all the time. AD. It's like really simple, but like spirituality, but it's all about the truth. Pinocchio. Go watch Pinocchio. Find out how to become a real boy, bud. You know what I mean? Stop the lies. Stop the bullshit. Start paying attention around what's going on around you. Don't let anybody fucking take you to Treasure Island. You know what I mean? Don't go. Take the hard route. Treasure Island seems fun till you get there, bud. We'll work really hard. And I bet you the kingdom is so much better than what Satan's offering you here, bud. You know what I mean? I'm just doing this for you, buddy. Uh, the finding of the light of truth, which aroused because it is consistent. This is why Jesus is referred to as being in their midst. So they're saying Jesus is always within our midst. Oh boy. So those perplexes you might receive a turning words, and he might anoint them with his precious salve. Oh boy, oh boy. Could you imagine? I've tried to tell you, AD. Want to know a secret? And well, I can prove it. But my wife thought I was crazy when I did it. So I'm closer she'll admit to it. But AD, like at the very beginning of this, I don't even know if I'd had like an experience or anything yet, but I got this feeling over me that I was going to be famous, like really, really fucking famous. This is going back years, bud. And I remember it was so overwhelming that I had to tell somebody. I told my wife, I was like, Joanna, I have this strange feeling like I'm going to be fucking famous. What the fuck do you think that's about? Like, me, Mister, don't fucking pay attention to me. Let me do my own thing. But that's what scares me. What? Oh, now you guys made her mad at me. Now we're gonna have to fight all night like little me thinks we do. Oh, oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing a video. We still got little me in the house. No, no, I was just reading out of my little Gnostic, Gnostic book there. And I did find for those that have just joined, have we made a decision on the book reading? Okay, guys, did you guys know that this is the book we're going to start off on with for just starters like little me and AD and Uncle Will and Kurt? We can have a little reading time together, and they're going to learn that it's their brain and it's for them to control and for them to operate. But they got to use common sense though. They can't just think they're right because they want to think they're right. They have to put common sense into play. So we're going to go over so that they know that they are the rulers and operators of their brain. And once they know that, they will know their God-given gift to be free. Well, work with the rest of the guys, cartel killer. Whenever you guys want. I mean, we just did some where's my yeah, let's talk about some Canadian politics. Let's talk about Justin Trudeau. Look, I'm serious. I feel bad for him. I honestly do. Like it's gonna hit him just oh my God. And like see, here's the thing, you guys don't understand me, but he will once there's a gang of us. You know what I mean? He'll be like, "Hey, I joined Team Stupid. Oopsies. How do I get myself out of this? Uh-oh. I drove a whole bunch of people crazy. Uh-oh. What's karma like? Just, you know what I mean? But see, that's why I don't really hear anything because I do operate like I do believe in God. And then, well, we don't have to be perfect, but we can't go around wanting to hurt others. You know what I mean? So I feel very good with my position with God because I always think I'm doing the best thing. If I'm hurting a few feelings, it's probably because the truth is getting to them. But unfortunately, there's really stupid people out there, like little me. He likes to make up his own stories. Like I've said, body. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. Your family's gonna want to get the fuck away from you, dude, because they're gonna have to see you for who you are. Like it'll be inevitable. You can't run from it. You can't hide from it. It's there for them to see. I didn't create it. You did, Macaroni. You did. And you kept making it worse and worse. God gave me anger, brother. Hate came from God. We cast it. No, hate doesn't come from God. That comes from us. How does hate come from God? It comes from Satan. See, it's just the avatars that haven't connected with their souls yet. That's the only problem. We've all been programmed to be stupid. You know what I mean? It's just whether or not you want to let go of being stupid. God, that's a good question. The devil occupies the negative portion of the atom. Well, then it's our job to get rid of the negativity. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say. It's our job to work it out. But it's our job also to be big and strong in God and not Satan and learn from Satan because he's the best teacher out there. In fact, he's usually the thing that'll bring you to God. You know what I mean? Really, we get to the point where we're just suffering way too much and we look for something outside of ourselves to, and there he is. What's the truth, sweetheart? There's a price to pay because now you really got to suffer. But you guys don't think that way? I think suffering's a huge thing. Carl Jung tried to tell us. In fact, I think that's how Carl Jung, why he was so brilliant, he went through the experience himself. You got to think to be ostracized by all your people and your peers and takes a brave man. A lot of learning too, you know what I mean? People probably wanted to make sure they could discredit him, keep him down. If he wasn't going to be part of the big boy group, you know what I mean? If God didn't exist, would it be necessary to invent him? Well, how do you think something comes from nothing? How do you think God was invented? Like, this is what I don't get. Like, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Like, atheists can have their own opinion and or whatever, but to think that God doesn't exist to me is just silliness. We came from somewhere. You know what I mean? I don't think like even the Big Bang say it was caused by gases and all that shit, right? Well, we're talking God, like you know what I mean? Like there's a grand designer behind this, I think. You know what I mean? It's just it's been hijacked by a jackass. Us. We've hijacked it. He gave it to us, and well, we gave it to a few slime bags saying, "Hey, you guys can have all the power," right? You know what I mean? "Hey, you guys can go to Epper's Island if you want. We don't need to know it was there. We know it's the elites. You guys got all the money. You guys do whatever you want to the children." You know what I mean? "Oh, Andrew, you just pay some money and, well, slap your hand with losing a few titles." But, um I don't know, maybe. Well, I can't let him out. Alright, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do a TikTok or something. I gotta figure this out. I gotta, like, maybe I need to do another video towards Trump or something. No, it's not all happiness there, cartel killer. It's they call it, like, mystical, right? It's more fucking mental. She's a mental journey, not a mystical. You know what I mean? Lots of magic happens in it, but it'll drive you mental. You under controller. Under controller. I don't know what you mean if I'm under controller. Trolling for Jesus is not a Martin Speaks fan. Listen, listen, like, at least I waste my time on people like AD, right? I ain't got no time for Martin. I ain't got time for him. I don't know what like he's all sorts of like not got it going on in his head. I'm like I don't even know what to say. He's a compulsive liar. He thinks he knows everything. It's terrible. Trolling for Jesus says AD is a cool dude. Um, AD is very lost. Very, very lost. Very lost. He's not doing well in the brain either. But I want the best for AD. I honestly do. But anyways, I'm gonna go and do a TikTok or something. I might do another video that I upload, but all right. Have a good night, everybody.